Hello and welcome back to Oakhill. Now it's the morning after the last episode that I left you. It's early winter, the ground is frozen. I've tried, I can't do any fertilising, I can't do any field work, so that's just gonna have to wait. So this episode, because we can't really do anything regarding fields, it's time to basically sell what we have in order to just build up a few pounds ready for the spring. And maybe buying our own equipment this coming year rather than leasing. Now, there is a forest over there, which I can rent. So we'll see how it goes. But I may rent the forest just to take down a few trees, but we will have to replace what we take down because we won't technically own the land. So I could basically rent that for a short period of time. The class and the mowers have gone back because I'm not going to use those now for like 3 or 4 months. And I've bought the bale trailer here. We might as well use this before we need to send this back as well because our pigs are not going to use hay. So we might as well sell the hay. And today, if we have a look, hay is already at its best price. So 121. But I think the price is going down. So the animal market are offering 113. So what we might as well do is just get rid of that now before that goes any lower, because otherwise we're going to be holding on to it for another 12 months and there may be other people around the area that will use it. So let's just get the trailer onto the John Deere and we can just back in. Now hopefully I'm on operating position. No. Yep, there we go. Just needed to go back a little bit more. So we do 12 at a time. I think I've got 24 and 1 bale in there, so there we go. Now, I can't remember if this is the straw barn or the animal dealer, so let's just take a look. Yeah, animal market, and that's where it said it was the best price, so we're literally across the road. So there's really not many transport fees happening at all. Let's pop those in there. So 8,184, not bad. Now the money did go down from 130 from the last episode to 120 for the beginning of this episode, and that's because I paid £10,000 back of the loan we had. I thought we've had this loan for about 6 months now and we've not repaid any of it back, so let's just recoup. Okay, operating position. There we go. Oh, I actually had a few more than I thought I did. Okay, well that's good. Can I get out of here without crashing? Yep. Okay. Another 8,184. This is really good. And I think we've got pretty much another half a load as well now. Oops. In the operating position. Oh, we've got another, pretty much another full load. 10. That's nice. There we go. So the bales there gave us like £23,000, so we were just sitting on that as well. I'm going to keep this trailer just for a short period of time more, I think, because if we do some logging, I need something to put some of these short logs on, so we'll just pop that into this bay just here. Now I do need to go and get the trailer from the other yard. And what we're going to do now is we've got some canola at that yard that we just lay down, which was our grain from field 46 here. That needs to be put into the trailer with the front loader, and then it needs to be popped into our silo for the pigs. Oh, Christmas! You can tell it's winter. And did you notice that there was no construction going on at the petrol station either? Okay, so... well, what we could do is we can give this corn to the pigs, because I did realise that they were half down their feed already, so we can just do a loop-de-loop round the yard. Okay, they only took 200. I thought they'd probably take more than that. Well, that's fine. Just whilst this is here, I want to put the front loader on, so let's just back that up there. Front loader's just here. And my bucket is at the yard. There we go. So we'll just leave the bale spikes there because we don't actually need that. There we go. Now we'll have to turn our angry silo back on. Without the tractor being in the way of that auger, because I don't want to have it end up on the roof again. It cost me a fortune to fix it last time. Now the reason I've taken the auger out is because we're not using it just now, but we will use it in a moment, because I do need to get the canola to put it back into it, but also it's the right time to sell the wheat and barley. Oh, but the wheat and barley are not in that silo, are they? Oops. Tell you what, it's a day for crashing today. Okay, well that's good. Okay, well the auger can just stay out there, I suppose. Yeah, no construction going on now, if you notice, so it's changing with the seasons. Very good. It's those little changes in the maps that make it all worth the while playing these maps, because they're not the same as you go along. They kind of just keep changing, and the atmosphere keeps changing with the seasons. It's very, very good. So if we go in here, ooh, sharp turn, and we'll have to go and fetch the bucket, and our canola is just here. It's in there. Now, what I've also done just before I came on to you guys was I took another 2 pallets from the fruit trees. And I think they are not producing fruit anymore. Not the ones that we took off anyway, because, I mean, if they were, it would have been whatever they produced last night. Yeah, so 103. But we've still got 2 trees. Yeah, we've still got 2 trees that are full of cherries, so it looks like they're not disappearing or depleting, so we can come back and sort that out afterwards. Now the only problem I've got is that I don't have enough farm shops to I don't have enough farm shops to actually take the cherries off me. My supply is greater than the demand. Now I'm not a monster, so let's give this a clean down, just because it did have manure in it. So that wouldn't be very good. I mean, I could just use it straight away, but so clean that one up as well. And then the bucket can have a nice clean too. Good job my hose pipe isn't frozen. It's usually the problem, isn't it, in the winter? It's making sure that your outside tap doesn't freeze over. I know in Shetland this year, I think it was February or March, we had a very, very cold spell, about a month's cold spell. And at the yard where my boyfriend works, the the tap that they clean the vehicles with was just completely frozen for a month, and so was their staff room as well. Like, nothing was coming out at all. Oops. Can't use these buckets. But yeah, just completely frozen. Couldn't clean any vehicles, and which is a nightmare because on the roads here, when they spread the salt, it just sticks to your car like, oh, like glue. And they couldn't even get it off at the end of their shift. So they had a nightmare for about 4 weeks. Now if I go up as high as I can and then tilt it down, I mean, would that be the right way? Because I'm probably not even at the right angle, am I? It's fine. So I think we probably had about, if I rightly remember, about 12,000 litres here. And this bucket holds 2,000 litres, or just under, if it goes to 99%. I don't think any of the other grain that we have, I mean, we may have more grain than necessary, but I really don't want to sell any of what we have, just because I don't know how quickly the pigs are going to reproduce. Oops. This trailer probably a little bit too high-sided for this, unless it's just a user error. So on to the last couple of buckets. I think we probably got a lot more in this storage here than I thought we did, because this trailer takes 23,000 litres, and look how full it is. I think, are we even going to get it all into one trailer? Hopefully. Yeah, I think we will. But yeah, that's pretty decent then, if that's the case. So what do the pigs take? They take soybeans, canola and sunflower all in the same category. So that means we just keep hold of the soybeans and sell them next year then, because we have what we need. Most definitely. So is that taking it? Gosh, it's a miracle. I just did that without even thinking. Maybe I'm getting better at using the buckets than I thought I was. And we can keep a hold of this bucket because we're going to need it for clearing out the pigs. So let's see exactly how many litres of this we got. Let's put this back down. There we go. Reminds Morella to never drive tractors in real life. Wow, 22,222 litres. Look at that, all the twos. 5 little ducks. I couldn't have even made it up. I like it when things like that happen. It's just the little things in life, isn't it? So let's take this back to our storage. We already have 9,000 in storage, so that means we have on hand over 30,000 litres of canola. The same with the corn and the same with the soybean as well. And once we get all this sold, we can invest in the equipment that will give us our CCM. So there's a £34,000 machine that we need to go and buy in order to do that. And we can use the silo that's at the other yard. Oops. I wanted to try and raise that so I could turn in. Is that maybe crash number 3 today? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'll have to turn this back on. And in we go with the canola. And then what we'll do is I'll head on down to the other farm. I can't even remember. I don't think the farm has a name. It's just this farm here by Field 61. That farm silo has the wheat and the barley in. So we can go and fetch that and we can get that sold. So I'll just drop off the front loader because we don't need that anymore. Maybe just go in here. Okay, so I'll meet you down at that farm. Okay, here we are. So, if I get underneath, and yeah, we'll just take the wheat first. 8,500 litres of wheat, and where is best to sell wheat? Oh, we need to be quick, so we need to get ourselves to Old Oak Grain, which I think, is that the one that's at the bottom of the map? Let's zoom out. Yeah, so that's down here. By a random field that says we own it, but we don't actually own anything down there, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, we need to head straight on down. So where's the best route? Out of here, right, and then probably all the way down to the main road. Okie poke. Now the price is lowering, so we probably need to be as quick as we can, really, but it shouldn't take us too long to get there. Now, by the time this video comes out, I will have had another couple of videos that I pre-recorded before last week, but FarmCon has completely happened now, and I hope everyone is enjoying what Giants has to offer, because I'm quite excited. Now, I know there's all this thing about the 3-day season and, you know, how people are going to use it, how they're going to cope with managing, but you know what? When you actually get the game, I wouldn't even... You know, I wouldn't even cast your opinion, because it's probably going to feel so different. And it obviously works, otherwise they wouldn't have done it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, something really, really small, I don't know if anyone else picked up on this, when they were showing the live gameplay, is the auto-adjust header height for the terrain that you're on. Now, how many times have you been harvesting a field that has a slight slope, and you've put your header down and the harvester just doesn't want to go up the slope because it's lowered the header too much? Now, that's the reason why I'm looking forward to that the most. I must admit. I mean, it's just a small thing, but it'll make all the difference in the way that you harvest smaller fields, especially fields like this. So you see, look at the slopes we have here, and the bother I was having with the header, the corn header from the harvests not too long ago. It will make all the difference. So let's sell the wheat and see how much we get. $6,200 from the winter wheat. Awesome. So yeah, and another thing is the placing of the fences. That is such a bugbear for me, trying to place individual fences aligned so that they actually meet up with each other. So like the fences on the left here, if you were to put them individually, I'd have gaps and they wouldn't marry up and it'd be all sorts of mess. But now you can just click and drag your fences. That is such a genius idea. So it's just the small things that I'm looking forward to. Also, engine sounds. I don't know if you watched the audio presentation, but the engine sounds, exhaust sounds, in-cab rattling, it's going to sound a lot more realistic. And also manual gear shift as well. That's pretty cool. Where did I come up? This next one. Yeah, and manual gear shifting as well. That's going to be so good. And you know what? The people that have those setups, you know, where they have like 3 screens and, you know, they have a proper like driving seat and all of that, then it's going to be so immersive. And hopefully I'll have a wheel by then. Which will make a lot of you happy, I know. Right, barley next. Okay, so we have 13,000 litres of barley. That's quite a good chunk of barley. Yeah, the pigs take barley and wheat, but we have lots of corn on hand. And I'm planning on planting some barley and wheat in the spring as well. Which is something, when I'm having the seasons on in the new game, something I'm going to have to keep an eye on, because I think you don't plant, or the game is not automatically set up for you to plant barley and wheat. in the spring. Otherwise, so that means I would have missed the window for planting. Port. No, South Grain is the best price for barley just now, and it's going up as well. So that's good. So South Grain is just basically where we've just been, so that's another short journey. Awesome. Yeah, so I would have missed the planting window now for barley and wheat, because they would need to have been put in the autumn or something. I'm not entirely 100% sure, but I think I would have missed the planting window. Now hopefully these map makers and the geo makers and all the modders that can enhance the game for us, and they do so in their spare time, which is absolutely fantastic, is very much appreciated. Maybe they can change that. I think I got the vibe that they could. I think they did say that the modders could make the maps their own, so hopefully they can build in their own geos as well. So we'll see about that. This is just South Grain here on the left. Did not take long at all. There we go. I like that the money's going up. That's good news. Just under 10,000, so 9,400. And what else? I don't think we have anything else to hand now. I think that's everything we've got in. Oh, we have some oats. Have I missed the price for oats? Well, the best price for oats here is just shy of 1,100. So we might as well go and sell the oats, because we've got a really good price at the old oat grain. So, yeah. Okay. Oats it is. See you back at the silo. 13,000 litres of oats. Now that's going to boost us up again. So I'm hoping that we end up with 69. So we're going to end up with over 170,000. That's very, very good. Now, another video that will have come out just before this one will have been the highlights from the Mind charity multiplayer that Binks hosted, the 12-hour stream that he did for charity. As of this moment, he's posted that he's made over $800, so about £650, I think. That's really good. That's really, really good. And I'm so happy for him, because it was a success. And I did watch the stream after I came off it as well. And he did get some good guys joining him, so I'm happy that it all went okay for him. So yeah, if you haven't already, check out that video. It will be under sort of the mix playlist, I think. And yeah, click the link, donate what you can. He's going to keep the donation link active for another month yet. So there'll be still plenty of time to donate what you can if you would like to Mind the Mental Health charity. So here we're back at the old oak grain, selling the oats, and this will be the last of our grains to sell for this winter. Money's going up, I like. Oh, okay, wow. Yep, 173, so 14,609 for that. This is very good news. So, what I'll do is, because we're going to need the CCM machine, but we're also, I think we'll probably invest in another small trailer as well, just to catch the raw CCM as it comes out the other side. So I'll get that all set up. Hopefully there's enough there's enough room at my yard. So I'll meet you back at the shop when I'm buying that, and then we'll head to the yard and yeah, make some cornflour raw CCM so that we can pop it into the silo. Okay, so we're at the shop. Let's just park up and let's just get what we need. So what we need will be in miscellaneous? No. It's probably going to be in this miscellaneous category. I can never remember where it is. I'm pretty sure it's here. Look, there we go. CCM mill. So it's £34,000. It holds, we'll take it second hand because it's a bit cheaper. It holds 13,000 litres and we need to buy the Luposol for it as well. And the Luposol is in pallets. So what I can do is, because this will last quite a while, is I can fill it up whilst I'm here and then I can take it back to the yard, and then later on I can just come and grab the pallet with the flatbed. So basically what this machine is going to do is we're going to put corn in the back. It's going to mill it through these pipes. Oops. And then it's going to put it into our trailer as raw CCM. So if I hook onto this, and I should, yep, press down L3 and I should be able to fill her up. Here we are. So I assume it's not like a header and it doesn't need repairing for it to work properly. So we'll just go with it. So we've got our setup just here. Now what side, if I pop the pipe out, so I need the, okay, so I need the trailer on the other side. So this might be a little bit tight. Probably should have taken that a little bit wider. Right, that will do for us for just a minute. And then I will attach to the trailer. And we'll go around the other side with the trailer. So one good thing about having put this silo not too close to the embankment is that I can get around this side. And so we should be able to just pull this trailer up to the side here. Just put the pipe out. Oh crikey, it's all going wrong. Okay, so that should be it. So I don't know if I need to be, I think I might need to be attached to this. So let's get the tractor all straightened up again. About another 20-point turn. This will work, it just probably works better in open spaces. Okay, so there we go. It does it automatically, actually. That's pretty good. So I suppose we could just leave that to keep milling. Now, I don't know how long that's going to take. It looks like it's not using much of the Luposol, which is good because we can save that for another time. Why is it stopped? Okay, that's bizarre. Let's figure out a reason maybe why this is finished. It should just carry on. I mean, unless the trailer is now out of the... Okay. I honestly have no idea how that was working and then it stopped working. Right, there we go. That seems to have worked. It took me a while to figure out why it didn't work, but the problem I had before was we got to 5% and it would stop filling. And that doesn't seem to be the issue now. So the issue was Straw Me. I uninstalled a whole bunch of mods that were giving me errors. I uninstalled all the global company. Nothing worked. And then I was looking through the log and it just occurred to me it was just all saying about canola straw and soybean straw. So I thought, oh, well, uninstall Straw Me then. There we go. Seems to have worked. So what we'll do is we'll turn that off and we'll just wait for that to carry on. In actual fact, we're going to run out of this soon, so let's hook up to the mill. Oh, should go forward, not reverse. So if we hook up to the mill, then we can keep this going. So you see, it's not really used any Luprasil at all, which is fantastic. We'll get a full trailer, and then what we can do is we can drop that into the bunker silo at the other yard. So I will see you when this is full. Okay, so we're nearly full on the trailer, and we still have a little bit left. I have left 11,000 litres in the silo as well, because we're going to need that for feeding the pigs. We still got quite a few months until we can actually harvest again, so I do need to sort of keep on top of my corn supply. Well, the good news is that come springtime, this CCM we're going to make is going to be worth a fortune to us. I think it sells roughly just under £2,000 a litre? 1,000 litres, sorry. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll take this to the other yard over here where we've got the bunker, and we should be able to just drop this into the bunker. And that's the idea anyway, unless there's something else that I don't know about that's going to go wrong. Now we should be fine. Okay, so if we just get here, now, there we go. We can just dump that on the ground and we will compact it as we normally would. There's not going to be much, so we can perhaps just pile it up. Pile and compact at the same time. There we go, so let's get this out the way. So if we bring up the F1 menu, when we go into the bunker, we should be able to see how compacted it is, and it shouldn't really take that long to compact. So we'll just compact this as we go, just like we normally would with grass. It has to be compacted, otherwise it will not ferment. Oh, I perhaps could have gone a little bit farther forward with the trailer. And we only have a little bit left as well. Like I said, I don't want to use it all, because I don't want to deprive the pigs of any food over the winter, because we sold all of our barley and wheat. And the way that the Luprasil works is that it's actually giving us a higher yield as well. So we're, say, for example, we're putting in 20,000 litres of corn, we might be getting 23,000 litres out. I should have really checked how much we started with, shouldn't I? That would have been quite interesting to know. We're nearly compacted anyway, and then we just have a little bit more to pop in. Now, I don't know how long this takes to ferment. I've never actually done it before, so we'll again, we'll learn as we go. Couple more percent. There we go. So let's go back and get the rest of what's in that mill into the trailer, bring it back here, and then we can cover it up. And I suppose see how we get on over the winter. I mean, it might be too late in the year to be doing this, and if it is, that's all right. It still seems to be working. And in actual fact, I don't even need straw meal until next harvest anyway, in which case we won't be doing the CCM, so I can afford to remove that from the map, and we don't actually have any straw bales lying around that are from corn, canola, or corn, canola, what's the other one, soybean, yeah? We don't have any, so it's fine. So there's not really much left in the mill. Once this is done, I'll meet you back at the bunker and we'll pop this in. Okay, last bit of raw CCM going in. I'm going to dump it near the front here so that I can flatten it out there. There we go. I try not to run over all of the manure as well. So if we bring up the F1 menu again, we'll see how much we have. Now, in our storage, we had, if you remember, I think it was about 30 or 33,000 litres of corn. Now we have 11,500 left, and we have 31,190 in this silo. So you can see exactly how the Luprasil has increased our yield, because we've gained, after milling it, we've gained, what's that, 10,000? We've gained probably 10,000 litres more than what we originally had. So this is definitely going to be worth it when it's sold. Just this little extra pass, there we go, 100%. So if we pull this to one side, and we should be able to just cover this. Yep, there we go, blanket. Now, I don't know how long this will take to ferment, like I said, but we'll just leave it for a couple of months and then we'll come back to it in the spring when it's ready to sell. What I'm going to do with it, I'm not going to feed it to the pigs, it's too expensive, because what we could probably do is we could buy some pig food with it, that's cheap enough. We'll get all of their requirements met with the pig food, and how much pig food we can get with what we make from this is probably going to outweigh how much of this, because this only gives them one requirement fulfilled. So yeah, we can maybe buy some pig food, so I'll have a little think about it. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there. I think we've had a very productive day today, so our money's gone up quite a lot, and we've invested in new equipment for the future as well, because we can do this every year now with that CCM mill. If you've enjoyed the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheerio.